Well, a big Tennessee win over Alabama to talk about. T. Jones Line will be in studio when we come back. A programming note, because of the weather, the Tennessee-Georgia game has been moved back to Wednesday. So we'll talk about all of that with Tony Jones in a few minutes. In the meantime, Jason Swain, Austin Price will get things started with college football free agency. There have been some additions. Do y'all not like the way I say that? College football free agency. Let's get things started.
I think the biggest addition of the week, Jason, is Derek Owings, the strength coach. For Tennessee.
I was getting there. I was going to go there.
To be able to get the national champion strength coach from Indiana the day after. I mean, he basically was taking pictures with the trophy around midnight, and 7 hours later, he's boarding a jet bound for Knoxville and meets the team around 11:30. And again, there were certain moves that needed to be made this offseason from a staff standpoint. And Josh Heupel made them, Jason. And it's hard not to argue that he didn't knock them out of the park, because it certainly looks like he knocked them out of the park from the coaching staff perspective.
Yeah, not only did Derek Owen bring himself, but he brought his boys with him that helped him be as successful as he was in Indiana as well, too.
That's right.
You look at the last two major coaching hires that Josh Heupel has made. You're talking about Owen, who won a championship there at Indiana, and then you look at the defensive coordinator that won a championship at Ohio State in the last 2 years. So you're bringing in credibility, you're bringing in guys that have proven results, and that's exactly what Josh Heupel needs.
Well, I mean, it's not only that, but I mean, he brought in a new nutritionist. All that stuff matters. All that stuff plays. He did bring a couple of guys with him from Indiana. He also brought 3 guys with him that arrived the week before. So they're in the building as the new strength as part of the new strength staff, and the new strength coach hasn't even been announced yet, right? Which is a bit odd. But those guys arrived a week before Owings got here. And again, like in talking to some people, definitely a change of mindset. A change of kind of how much they kind of put their foot on them a little bit in the weight room. They went and got after them this week, and a couple of players told me, they're like, we needed this, but man, it is a totally different vibe in there on that side of things.
Well, I'll put the ball in your court on that. I mean, look at us. We hadn't been in weight rooms,
I haven't either.
You've been there before.
You used to be there. We've never done this.
You run those sand pits with Johnny Long.
That's true.
How big is this?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, I said it after the Vanderbilt game. I mean, I know that 4-letter word is alarming when you use the word soft, but we were. And it needed to be fixed. And that's why you went out and brought in the strength coach that you brought in. And that's why it feels like a big change, because you have to be hard to play this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. It's difficult. There's a lot of things that go into it. The mental toughness has to be at a certain level. The physical toughness has to be at a certain level. And then when you don't have it, it shows, and it showed at the end of the year for Tennessee.
So
for sure.
let me ask you this. You watch Indiana, and Indiana just kept getting it done. And they seem to be the more physical, in-shape team week after week after week. I mean, I think you've got to give this strength team a lot of credit.
It's not even about the physical strength of me. It's the mental strength. You're talking about a team that's
built.
One of the least penalized teams in the country, one of the most disciplined teams in the country. You get tired like the next team get tired. Well, but what separates you? It's your ability to lock in and do your job even when you're tired. The disciplined teams are able to do it. The least disciplined teams are not able to do it. They make mistakes. They turn the ball over. That's why Indiana was really good.
And that's built in the weight room.
It's being built right now for Tennessee like it was for Indiana over the last couple of years.
Let's call it what it is. It's a fine line, right? I mean, Tennessee was a fine line from having a couple more losses. They were a fine line from being 3 better wins, right? And so if you cut down on some of the penalties, some of the lazy penalties that Tennessee had, and you play tougher and you are tougher minded, how much does that get you over the hump in some of those games that is a razor thin margin to find victory or defeat?
I'll give you an example in the bowl game. It was 3rd and 1 for Illinois.
3rd and 6, and they jumped off sides.
We jumped off sides.
Made it 3rd and 1.
And made 3rd and 1, and boom, they get the first down. When it's those situations, you have to be able to lock in, do your job, play with discipline, even when you're tired. that's a prime example.
Now, from a football standpoint, there have been some more additions. The question is how important are these additions that have been coming in late?
Well, the one today I thought was big because Tennessee needed help at corner. They needed one more corner. They get help in Jadis Richard
out of Miami.
He was a starter in 24, got injured, played more sparingly this year, only played in a handful of games. But he's a big kid. I saw him on campus a couple of days ago. I mean, he's a legit 6'1". I mean, I was over there to see Jarrell Chandler, who had went over Friday to meet with Coach Knowles, the Halls safety. Yeah. And the corner walks through, and I'm like,
who's that?
Like, well, I knew who it was. I was just looking at him versus Chandler, and I'm like, 22-year-old, 17-year-old.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like corner versus safety, too. I was like, dang. I mean, he is a big kid. So, again, I think getting an extra corner in here helps Michael Hunter. It helps Jim Knowles at that position, just because you don't know. Look at this past year. Who saw Jamal McCoy having an injury in January?
Yeah, right.
Who saw Ricky Gibson playing a series and then getting hurt now for the year? You just need the added depth.
It seems like Jim Knowles is getting his kind of guys.
No, absolutely. And I like the fact that Jim Knowles understands, all right, where did I have some trouble in the past?
Right.
And he's making sure that doesn't happen here. Simplifying things, making it easier, allowing guys to be able to play fast. Him bringing his own coaches in is going to make a big difference. But Josh Heupel did exactly what he needed to do with the defense. That's bringing someone with experience, that level of toughness, and the credibility where you can go out to the portal and get guys say, hey man, I've done it at the highest level. We won a championship. So the defense has been awesome in the portal.
So, okay, let's clarify. There have been some changes on the portal as far as just the one, not the two. What's coming? What's coming in college football free agency? What's next this year?
Nothing.
Is it done?
It's pretty much done. I mean, could they add one or two more to fill out the roster in the 105? Yes. And what you're seeing a lot of that is, like the Ian Duarte kid from Idaho State, or the young man, the tight end from UT Martin. Those are what I call new age walk-ons. Like those are on scholarship. There is no walk-on anymore. They're all full scholarship players.
Which used to be what, you get a scholarship, and that's what Swain used to be.
Yes.
Scholarship player, and now you're.
Scholarship, and then, whatever Jason got on the table.
Day. Yeah.
What table?
Okay.
So now there's no walk-on. So it's just your scholarship guy. You're not getting any NIL, for coming. So do you hit on one or two of those? Maybe you do. I mean, again, like the kid from Idaho State, he's got 1,000 yards receiving. That's nothing to sneeze at. That doesn't mean he's going to be Julian Edelman either. So I mean, like you got to figure out kind of where things go, right? I mean, is he this unsung hero? That kind of goes rags to riches, or is he just a nice filler piece? Either way, he's added depth for a room that doesn't, have a ton of depth, and he's a special teams dynamo as a return guy, and a guy who can go down on teams.
And you don't know who's going to be the punt returner because, the guy who returned it for the last 2 years is no longer here, and it seemed to be an issue when he wasn't playing. I'm talking about Boo Carter. So you need a proven, trustworthy punt return guy. And then also, you got to fill the roster out with really good players because you need them to give you good looks during the week when you're doing scout report. So you can't have a bunch of guys giving you a look that's not really, really good. So it's good to have quality players. May not be, SEC caliber at the top level, but you need guys that can give you good looks during the course of the week.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, what a win for Tennessee in basketball at Tuscaloosa on Saturday night. Tony Jones will join us in studio next on the Food City Locker Room presented by Garza Law.
Like a blast from the past, the Super Dealer is back. Look to the skies, Knoxville. The Super Dealer is fighting for price, service, and the American made. Ted Russell Ford is your Super Dealer, a beacon of hope in a world of high prices. Ted Russell Ford is East Tennessee's #1 Volume 4 dealer. Come see the Super Dealer today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash. I'm a State Farm agent here in West Knoxville. I love to serve all of East Tennessee for all of your home, car, life, and business insurance. If you need anything insurance related, give us a call at 675-0888.
I'm Tennessee basketball player JP Estrella. Let me give you a tour here of the offices at Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Costa is placing implants with a robot, and it's all done digitally. There's no guessing with this since it's all robotic. Dr. Wilco is the newest addition to the office. He loves to research the latest and greatest in technology, so the other doctors go to him for the newest product information and techniques. Dr. Malone is building teeth in the mouth. To him, cosmetic bonding is more like artwork. He does this without cutting your teeth down. It's all about building them up. Guys, we still have a problem. Do y'all have a bigger chair?
Hi, honey. I know you're super busy right now, but I ordered some ribeyes and a few other things for curbside pickup at Food City. Can you grab it on your way home?
Sure thing, hon. Gotta run. Wait, did you get some of those twice-baked potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, love ya. Really gotta run.
Got a lot going on? Let the professional shoppers do the work for you. Just set a pickup time and your groceries will be ready. Try curbside pickup at Food City today.
Oh, sorry. We need dog food, too.
Keep Food City in mind as your tailgating headquarters no matter what the event is, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, wedding, whatever. Food City is, maybe not a wedding, can you imagine? Who's catering the meal? Oh, Food City is the tailgating headquarters, so they're catering the meal.
It's a good idea to me.
It would work. Tony Jones is in down here.
I don't think anybody's tailgating this week with the highs in the 20s.
Probably not. Hey, big win for Tennessee. Nate Ament showing up in a big way.
I said it last week, everybody.
Let me give you your flowers. I was going to mention that. Austin Price was the one that said, Nate has been balling. And, hey, he looked like a top 10 lottery pick in the NBA. I mean, the thing, what he was doing is he was getting the spots on the floor and just rising up over people. And then he was getting to the rack and being strong, taking contact and getting and ones. And 29 points on 10 of 20 from the field, 2 or 3 from 3, and 7 rebounds and 3 assists. He filled the stat sheets up, Jason.
Hostile environment. He goes to the free throw line. He's knocking them down, man.
Yep.
I mean, he was in the zone. He was on a different level. That finish right there. I mean, that's a different Nate Ament we saw a couple weeks ago.
Yep,
you wonder if somebody had a talk with him. You wonder if somebody called him in and said, listen, making pretty good money. You're a top 10 pick, maybe top 5.
I don't think that happened.
You probably need to take over.
I don't think that happened.
I mean, I think they've been talking to him about.
Why would that not happen?
I think they've been talking to him about taking over and reaching his ceiling for weeks and weeks and weeks and giving him examples of why he needs to be more assertive. I don't know if money was a topic.
Yeah, as Mark loves to make money a topic of everything. What I do think happened, though, was I think he got out of his feels. I think he was very much in his feelings for about a month. And the second half of, was it Texas A&M?
Yeah.
That's when it clicked. He had like 2 points at the half.
Yep.
On like a couple of free throws in the first half or whatever, 3 points, whatever it was. And then he kind of just, grew a little hair on his chest pack. I mean, he got tough and started to look for things. Last night, he wanted the ball late. Yep. He wanted the ball because, as you said, he was finding spots and he was rising up, and they couldn't defend it. And the and one that you're talking about, where he hung in the air, took the contact, banked it in, and then decided to give his teammate a little, shoulder.
He's not deferring to Jacoby anymore.
Nope.
I mean, the last 4 games, he's averaging over 23 points a game, like Austin alluded to. 23 against A&M, 17 against, I believe, 17, or it might have been vice versa, against Kentucky. And then, obviously, big 29 last night. And he's playing really, really well. And his dad is a former Division II All-Conference player at Wayne State. So you never know. His dad is always at the game, so his dad may be in his ear also.
It just seemed like when Nate Ament weeks ago, he was trying to do everything that coach was telling him to do, and he was just trying really hard to not disappoint his coaches. And then the last couple of days, it seemed like he said, you know what, man, I'm overthinking this thing.
Yep.
Forget it. I'm just going to play ball. And if you get mad at me, get mad at me. I'm still the best player on the team. You're not going to take me out. If you do, it's only going to be for a minute or two. Forget it. I'm just going to go. And as a player, sometimes you play better when you just say forget it and just go play.
Nate had 29. You had almost 25 from Gillespie. You still got to find that option 3. I thought the minutes late in the first half for Bishop Boswell, when he had 2 fouls and Rick went against what he normally does, which is set them when they get 2 fouls. And he had like that 7-point spurt. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And you're like, whoa. You know, I thought that was huge. I still like what Amari Evans gives this team. I know he didn't put up a ton of points last night, but I mean, really the last couple of weeks, he and A-Man have been just as good as anybody, and they're true freshmen. You know, they've just got to continue to find, you know, that a magic elixir for scores 3 and 4, and they got to figure out how bad is Jalen Carey, right? I mean, that could be potentially bad.
Well, inserting J.P. Estrella in the starting lineup was something new. I thought at the end of the game, he got 3 huge rebounds.
Got to the glass. We look at the stats.
3 defensive rebounds. They almost out-rebounded Alabama by double digits. But Austin mentioned Amari Evans. He played okay. Abrams hit that 3.
And then subsequently gave up the 3.
Yeah, he did. He did. My man shook him on that one, didn't he?
Following is good, man.
He shook him on that one.
He looked like me walking on the ice.
Yeah, but I agree. They need a third option, someone that's going to be consistent, that's going to be there, especially in these 2 pivotal games coming up this week.
So, okay, whether it's money or not, as a coach, okay, how many times have you called a guy in throughout your career and said, listen, you need to understand you're the man, and to Jason's point, forget it, just go ball, just go play.
Last year here at Tennessee, Tobias Harris, you know, Tobias, you're the best player on the team. Stop deferring to Brian Williams, Scotty Hobson, and those guys. We need you to put up numbers. And, you know, we finished strong. At the end of the SEC conference season, and he led us in scoring, and obviously he was a #1 draft pick. But that's the individual that me and Bruce had that conversation with, saying, you need to step up your game. You're the best player on the team, no matter if you're a freshman.
Just take over.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you said was right, except for the Moolah part. Like, I mean, I think they have had the talks with, like, you're the best guy.
You really don't think that they bring that up?
No,
and
I
say,
don't. I don't think Rick says
this,
we're paying you this much.
we're paying this amount of money, and we need an ROI. We need a return on investment.
Well, I know Rick Pitino has done it. He had
Your
press
boy
conference.
Cal's been doing it for how long?
You might make a comment maybe in practice or something like that, but I'm not bringing you in to have that type of conversation.
Okay, all right. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about this week, which the schedule has changed a little bit when we come back.
Jason, you make a lot of money. You're not producing like you should. You did better than
I
that.
would.
Yeah.
At Ted Russell Lincoln Knoxville, we know your time is valuable, and we know that service needs can pop up at unexpected times. That's why we bring the Service Center to your home or office. With our mobile service, you can receive the vehicle maintenance you need at your time and place. We take care of oil changes, battery replacements, brake services, diagnostic scannings, and more. Book an appointment online or call us today. Ted Russell Lincoln Knoxville, where luxury vehicles come with luxury treatment.
Jeez, I hate the way my water smells. Uncle Kurt can fix that. Wait, there is no way this little fridge filter can make my water safe.
It cannot, but AquaClear can fix that.
Bottled water is so much work and expensive. Ugh.
AquaClear can fix that. We can get you off the bottle.
We have an exceptional group of attorneys that work here. We're all trying to be better attorneys, be better advocates for our clients, be better people.
It makes me proud to be part of the team when I see how much the attorneys care about their clients.
It's truly one vision. I feel like every single person who works here has that same vision, and that's to treat all of our clients like family.
We've developed such a tight-knit team. Everyone is unified in being selfless in their representation.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
All right, so this week schedule has adjusted because of the weather. Tennessee and Georgia were supposed to play in Athens on Tuesday. That game's been moved to Wednesday. And then Saturday, Auburn comes to town. Stephen Pearl got a nice win the other night. So Georgia got a nice win themselves.
Well, Georgia lost to Texas yesterday. But Georgia is still ahead of Tennessee. They're 4-3. They lead the SEC in scoring, 93 points a game. They scored a ball. Jeremiah Wilkinson and the kid from Knoxville, Blue Kane, is a good player. We have to stop them in Athens. It's going to be tough. And then my former player, Stephen Pearl, comes in here on Saturday. The game is already sold out. So that's going to be an exciting contest.
He'll be ready.
Yeah. The funny, I got a text yesterday, and they're like, who do you dislike more, Stephen Pearl or who's the guy at Florida, Todd
Golden?
Yeah, Todd Golden. And I said,
who do you dislike more?
Yeah, who do you dislike more? And
what'd you say?
I didn't respond, and I texted him last night. I said, I like everybody better than I like Nate Oates. Like, Nate Oates has got to be one of the most unlikable figures in the history of Earth. I mean, like, if he came in here to coach Tennessee, I don't think you couldn't like him.
I was hoping you were going somewhere with that, because that sounded like a no-win situation.
No. Yeah, like Nate Oates. Like, I mean, I'm just like, listen, man. Stephen Pearl hates Tennessee. He loves to take shots at Tennessee. I mean, that will be on his rear over here Saturday.
Yep.
You know, it will be like way more worse than Bruce, because there's a lot of people that still loved Bruce. Bruce did so much in the community and stuff. Stephen didn't do any of that. Like, Stephen just got out of here and then ran his mouth about Tennessee after the fact. And so, like, that's going to end up probably being a rough atmosphere. Can they win on the road is the question.
So Georgia got wins against Missouri and Arkansas before the Texas game. Had a couple of nice wins there. Auburn picked up, what a nice win that was for them.
Huge win.
Double-digit underdog.
At Florida. 10-point underdogs. Was leading by 15 in the first half. I think it was the halftime lead too also. But Florida came back, started making some shots. But Auburn has some good players. I watched the game. I really watched it intensely. They got some good players. Obviously, Pettiford can play. Jovie can play. And then they got a lot of other periphery guys, that's system guys that play hard. And if you're going to play for Stephen Pearl, you know you're going to play hard. You're going to compete.
Yeah, Auburn had some tough games early in the non-conference against Michigan. We see what kind of team Michigan is right now. And it's helping them out right now in conference play.
And Georgia beat Auburn 104-100 in Athens. That was a close game. And then obviously we know about the Texas A&M game that Auburn should have won when it was just a fraction of a second off.
Can I just preface this by saying it scares me to death when Austin's over here with this look on his face, just waiting to. What is it that's got you that Tony said?
Nothing. I'm good. I didn't. I was getting ready to call Marsha Blackburn and find out. I thought they ended the filibuster. I mean, those two were going back and forth. Listen, I mean, Tennessee's got to find a way to win on the road Wednesday night. If they win that, they go back to home for multiple games. You have a chance to kind of get on a little bit of a run here and get your head back above water instead of kind of treading water. You know what I mean? So this game Wednesday, I think, is big. And you're right, Georgia can score the basketball. They give up a lot of points, though. And so what's Tennessee's defense look like down there at Stegman Coliseum? If they play well defensively and can kind of, thwart, Wilkinson and Blue Kane and some of those players, I think that does allow them to get off of the periphery and to kind of put themselves back firmly in the mix with a lot of the elite teams in the league.
You got to be careful with that pace of play, because Georgia will get up and down.
I know they will.
If you try to be like them, and you turn the ball over, it may get ugly.
Yeah, conversion defense is going to be important. But, Jason, I'm sure you recognize that we started switching 1 through 5 in the Alabama game. And, Apara and J.P. Estrella, they was like, hey, I'll guard the guards. I got the guards. And I think that enabled them to get those stops later part in the game that enabled them to win the game.
I got to take a break here. We're on the periphery of the show, okay, because we're coming to the last segment. So we'll talk about keys to victory this week when we come back. And it's the beginning and the end.
We got it.
Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair is proud to be celebrating 70 years of serving East Tennessee. That's 70 years of old-school customer service, trustworthy auto repair, and of course, great deals on tires. Each one of our 5 convenient East Tennessee locations feature family-friendly waiting areas, and you can schedule appointments and search for tires right on our website at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown values. For 70 years and counting, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joel Ash, a Knoxville native and the owner of Ash Chiropractic and Wellness. We would like to help you on every step along your health journey, whether that's chiropractic care, soft tissue work, or diet and exercise help. I'm located in the Renaissance Plaza. You can give me a call at 865-671-1000.
Hi, I'm Matt Marshall with Exterior Home Solutions.
Hi, I'm Dustin Woodson, also with Exterior Home Solutions.
We are now easier than ever to find, right off of I-75 and Merchants Road.
It's a new location, but the same trusted expertise in roofing and siding that you've come to trust over the past 25 years.
Local quality craftsmanship, licensed and insured.
For the best and most trusted name in roofing and siding, scan the QR code on your screen.
Exterior Home Solutions, when it has to be the best.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank. Life made better.
I was coming home and a lady hit me head on. It totaled my car. It fractured my right heel and it bruised me up really badly. The Garza law firm, they were very compassionate, but yet they were very detailed. They didn't let me down. They never stopped fighting. It helped me regain confidence in law firms. I would definitely recommend the Garza law firm.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
And speaking of the Garza Law Firm, anywhere you are, doesn't have to be in the state of Tennessee, but they can help you out. Why hire an out-of-state lawyer to handle your in-state issues? GarzaLaw.com. Get the help you need whenever challenges come your way. Time now for the Garza Law Keys to the Game, Keys to Victory. Tennessee and Georgia Wednesday night. Jason.
Yeah, Georgia will block your shot. And so you got to make sure you go up strong in the paint. You can't leave it to chance, man. Go put the ball in the hoop, go dunk if you can. And I think it's important for us to win on the glass. They also are a really good rebounding team as well. So whoever wins that advantage in that department probably is going to win the game. Nate Ament and Jacoby Gillespie continue to lead this team. I mean, they were unbelievable against Alabama. It's going to take a great effort from those two, and then hopefully you can find that third scorer. But if those two guys ball out, then you may not need a third scorer.
Yeah, you're right. Field goal percentage defense has got to be on point. As we alluded to earlier, Georgia's scoring 93 points a game. We got to be able to stop them in the half court and in transition. Must win the rebounding, the war on the boards. We have to do that. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're more athletic, and 10 or less turnovers. We had 10 turnovers yesterday. That's a recipe for victory.
That's good.
I love that, the war on the boards. I do, seriously. It's like the war by the shore. Listen, Tennessee's just got to keep the hot hand from your dynamic duo going, and you got to find score number 3. And it doesn't have to be the same person every night. They can brother-in-law that thing and have a different guy depending on matchups and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, I like this team a lot. I'd like to see Amari Evans bounce back. I know he didn't have points-wise, but he's still, I think, a huge contributor for this team down the stretch.
You look at the schedule with Georgia and Auburn, and to your point you said a minute ago, it's a big week because once you get through these two, there are some very winnable games for a little stretch there.
Yeah, they are. You have to go to Kentucky on February 7th or whatever, but you have a chance to win 4 in a row before you go to Lexington if you can win this road game. Because again, it's all about protecting home court in the next 2 after this. So we'll see if they can go do it. Again, Ament's continue to come along. We said last week leaving the show, can he put a huge game on the road together? He did that. Let's see if he can do it twice in a row, and let's see if Gillespie can keep it going.
We'll see you next Sunday night.